I'm listening.
Internationally today, there isn't.
So I'm listening to an edit of the podcast. I'm here in podcast studio, also known as my office, and holy cow, the new setup is really freaking awesome. So check out the Cross Border Tax Talks podcast if you're into nerdy international tax things. If you're not, just stick around here with the vlog. A couple weeks ago, I did a Insta Live for National Intern Day. No, I did not know that there was a National Intern Day, but I had a number of questions from interns about what it's like being an intern, how to be a better intern. I got through a few of those questions. There were a ton of questions. So this week is my first Q&A. Interns. So let's get this week going and get to some of the interns' questions, shall we? We have a WNTS, we have a Washington National Tax Services technical update meeting. I love technical update meetings. So let's go check that out. Going to DCA, please. The first question I got is, what does PwC expect an intern to know prior to coming to the firm? All right, so made it to DCA. It's important for an intern or even somebody starting as an associate that we don't expect you to know any specific technical information. We expect that you have a background in whatever education that we've hired you. What we do expect, however, is for you to know how to be respectful. We expect for you to know how to be a team player. We expect for you to know how to be on time. The basic things of being a good team member are the skills that got you to PwC, and it's what you need when you're starting your internship. And a lot of it really is just common sense. And that's all you really need to come with, is a good attitude. All right, I gotta go catch my flight. This is Ronnie. He's here to help me on the plane.
Hi.
All right, heading to Charlotte.
My favorite costume.
All right, very nice. Thank you. Next question. What do you suggest to an intern who's stuck on a task and unable to proceed? All right. The answer for an intern that is struggling with the task is the same answer for an associate struggling with the task, which is the same answer for a partner that's struggling with the task. You gotta ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. No client wants to pay for anybody to spin their wheels. So don't spin your wheels, ask somebody. Next question. What was your thought process for choosing where to live? What I would suggest is that if you're an internship and you've invested in personal relationships and you've invested in this internship, go to work in the city where you interned. But if you're not happy, if you didn't enjoy the city where you were, or for whatever personal reason you want to make a move, do it earlier in your career, because the longer you can stick around a place and develop deep personal relationships, both at your office and with clients and with friends, the happier you're going to be. All right, I got to go to the office. I just finished my meeting. Look who's back. The Annie Bennett, star of the Doug McConey vlog. Annie, so I'm doing a Q&A
Okay.
for interns. What are some things that somebody should do to prepare for their internship? One thought is, and I did this before I was an intern, is I reached out to the people who I was gonna work for.
Make connections.
Just make connections with some of the people that were in my group. I remember going to because I did it in Kansas City, and I reached out and said, hey, do you guys want to meet for, a beer or lunch, because I was gonna be in town. And I think it actually surprised the people, like, who's this intern reaching out? And they're like, sure. And I started to get to know some of the people, develop those professional relationships.
Yeah, I think that's a great one. I would also say do some research. I think that sometimes we have people come into transfer pricing and they're not entirely sure what transfer pricing is. So do some research about the area that you're going to be doing your internship with.
Great thought. So you don't necessarily need to know the technical mechanics, but know at least understand what we're doing.
Right.
All right, great advice. Annie Bennett, we're on our way to the airport to head back to DC. Thanks, Annie. All right, back in DC today, heading to the Mandarin Oriental, where I'm speaking in front of a bunch of accounting professors today. I have two speeches today. One is a technical update with my predecessor, Mike Erse, on all things international tax and U.S. tax reform. But we're also doing a edition of The Family Feud with a bunch of tax professors. So should be a lot of fun. Almost showtime. Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Just watch your step.
Got it. All right, so just finished my first panel. Got everybody's head spinning on international tax. Now we've got Family Feud is next. So I need to find Kate to get me prepared. Kate Cogswell is back. Let's see, we got Family Feud. All right. It's nice and cozy too.
Yeah.
Just did the debrief with all the contestants, and we've got some very open-minded tax professors that are going to play the feud. It should be a good time. So I'm back in Westminster Studios today. It's been a while since I've been in Westminster Studios. There's a bathroom next door that is under some construction because we had some issues, let's put it that way. But once we get everything fixed, I'll be able to get everything kind of unpacked and sorted, and we'll be back in business in Westminster Studio. The last question I get from interns is, how did the firm help get me where I am today? Providing me an endless number of opportunities, an incredible training system, and then an incredible professional network of mentors that have really helped develop me into the professional I am today are really three of the top things that I would credit. So interns, thanks for the questions. If you're new around here, subscribe, mash that like button, and stay tuned next week for another exciting edition of the Doug McConey Vlog.